Hey guys, this is Allison from Allykatkreations. How are you? Today I'm going to be doing a reading from heaven. So what is our loved ones that have passed have messages for us? And what are they? Before I begin, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. Please hit that like button. Sharing is caring. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I have a Just Oracle channel, AllyKat211 Oracle readings if you don't want to see the other content that I load. I also do private readings. My email will be linked in the description box below if you're interested. Also, I don't know how much longer I am able to keep my internet and my electric on. I hit some hard times. So if you are somebody that likes my work and can support me at this moment in time, that would be very much appreciated. Any little support and help counts. And yes, my readings are free. Spirit and heaven, angels, archangels, and ascended masters. What messages from heaven can we share with the collective? Spirit, angels, and heaven, what messages? We will be together again. I am surrounded by loving animals. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Because our souls are intertwined by shared missions and unfinished business, we are destined to be together. For now, I will be with you in a non-physical form, functioning as a guide and a loving companion. While I can't give the guidance that God or an angel would, I can lend my support and strength to help protect you. Once your life is complete, we will reunite in spirit form, when I'll remind you of the ways of the wondrous non-physical world. I could tell you now that there's nothing to fear about dying, and yet you must live your life completely in order to fulfill your mission. When the time is right, you and I will have another physical life together, one that are perfectly orchestrated to help others and to create spiritual growth for both of us. So you have nothing to worry about. The person that has passed on, regardless of circumstances, they're always with you. They're always a thought away. They can leave you signs, you just have to ask. But you will always be reconnected with your soul group and your soul tribe. So regardless of that, they're always with you now, just in the non-physical. And you will be with them again. I am surrounded by loving animals. You know that I am an animal lover, so you'll rejoice to hear that I'm surrounded by beloved pets and an array of wonderful animal friends. Animals definitely have souls and feelings, and they make the best earthly and heavenly companions. They're even sweeter here than they were on Earth. When I passed from the physical world, I was met by my loved ones, including pets. I've since learned that animals are angels who accompany us in our physical lives, helping us keep our hearts open when it's difficult to love other people or ourselves. So know that your pets or the animals that you cherish are with your loved ones. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Sweetheart, I see you torturing yourself with what if questions concerning my life, health, and passing. You wonder whether you could have intervened so that I'd still be in my physical body. I am standing next to you right now to soothe away these thoughts. It's important for you to understand that you did nothing. I have a stuck page here. Nothing wrong. That my physical passing was divinely timed, and yet you couldn't have changed anything. Please don't burden yourself with the guilt any longer. Guilt is a complete waste of your earthly time, which is meant to be used in service of love. Guilt doesn't undo anything. I have forgiven myself for everything that I think I did or didn't do. But in the end, I learned that everything's already forgiven. I pray that you also forgive yourself because you are so loved and understood. So that's that message right there. I think a lot of people needed to hear. Please understand that we all choose our coming into this world and leaving this world. And it is all divinely timed. We can't change those outcomes. We can't manipulate the timeline. It comes when it's supposed to come. So your loved one is letting you know that you need to let go of anything that you feel guilty about. And that's really difficult. But that the manner in which they chose to go is the manner they were supposed to leave. Because in the greater scheme of things, whether it be something really tragic, whether it be something, long life and just faded away, or instantaneous, that's what they chose. And none of us have control over that. And sometimes the more dramatic is to help others understand there's a lesson there. Spirit and angels and heaven, what do we need to focus on? What do we need to focus on? All right, we have a lot of animals coming up, so maybe some of you had lost a pet or is about to lose a pet or connects with animals. And again, heaven encompasses all of it. Soul companion on your journey. Spend time with your pet or in company of any animal to realize the same light that flows through you flows through all living creatures. We all create different containers for our soul experiences, depending on our individual desires and dreams. Humans experience greater contrast than animals. That is why our influence and creations are wider reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal, as animals is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need to be differently and be different to who you are for it to feel loved. You will feel free to be who you are. When you emulate this behavior for yourself, life becomes more relaxed, loving, and your relationships will catapult to a whole new level of joy. So guys, know that your loved ones and your animals are always with you. Heaven and spirits, what message do you have? What do we need to know? What do we need to know, Heaven? What do we need to know? Higher realms and magic, we have lilac. And creation, expansion in your life. Card number 3 links to the planet Jupiter, growth, abundance, blessings, and unlimited resources. Look around at your inner and outer world and assess what needs changing or altering. You have the power to do this now with your heart and mind. If you need to walk away from old, outworn situations that dull your sparkle and joy of life, seek out alternatives and be creative in your approach to doing so. Talk to others, expand your horizons, visit new places to provide you with fresh impetus. You are born with the unique gifts and talents. You are being reminded that you have an untapped skills. It may be time to take up a creative pursuit, dancing, singing, painting, designing. Whatever it is, do it with enthusiasm and success will follow. If you have forgotten what these gifts are, let Metatron remind you. He knows, after all, you are capable of more. The power of creation is yours. Use it well. So heaven is telling you you need to tap into that creativity. Expand your life. Find things that make you happy. Because although right now you might be going through this guilt that you need to let go. You might have lost an animal, but you need to reconnect back to the animal. So if you lost a pet, know that they're with your loved one. Know that in this time and now, maybe going to the zoo, going out into nature, or if you have an animal, connect with it, cuddle with it, get that love energy going. Spirit really wants you to be creative and to tap into your life, into your expansion, because they don't want you in this stuck energy. They don't want you feeling guilty. They don't want you waiting for them because they're already with you. They want you to live your life to the fullest. You have a mission here. And when your mission is done, then you'll be reignited. Many of us don't know what our missions are. We have to seek it out. And what do? We need to be creative about it. We need to go about living our lives in the fullest capacity that we can. Lilac, higher realms and magic. When did you stop believing in magic? The lilac ray also asks you to question what you believe. Chosen by deeply spiritual people who are often called to serve spirit in some way, you may question aspects of spirituality, angels, and source energy. Maybe you had moments of doubt and crisis of faith. The lilac ray will put you magnetically back to explore more, question more, and seek deeper truths. It is your soul calling to you, reminding you that you are so much more than just a physical body. You are a soul lending a physical life, not the other way around. You may also use this lilac energy to bring balance where you have been out of equilibrium. Containing both the red and blue rays, lilac effortlessly calms and balances two separate ends of the color spectrum and can now support and heal your body, mind, and spirit. A powerful, transformative, magical ray. Connect to lilac and let it remind you that all stories start with once upon a time. Beautiful. So really what I'm getting is that heaven wants you to tap in a little deeper into yourself. They want you to let go of the guilt. They want you to know that the animals are with them and that you will be reignited with them, but you need to live your life. You need to be creative. You need to go and find that magic spark within you again. Reconnecting with the animals. Because the unconditional love animals give to us and we give to them is the most precious love and emotions that you can have. So make sure if you are somebody that did lose a pet, know that they're with you all the time. They're on the other side with your loved ones, and they will come visit you and give you signs. It might not be the ones that our spirit, our past loved ones in the physical bodies have, but animals show you in different types of ways that they're around. You just have to be visual on it. Be creative and live your life. Heaven, what messages do you have? What messages from heaven do we have? What messages from him? I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Because the universe is a lot more and there is a lot of abundance to be had. I see the gateway is open and the pathway is clear. My journey begins. So guys, if you've been having a hard time moving forward after a passing of a loved one, a passing of a pet, know that that's a sign right there that you need to embark on your journey. You can't, it's okay to stay in that one spot, to heal, to mourn, to go through the steps. Your soul absolutely needs that. Okay, and something that I'm very personally aware of, because I've had a lot of loss in my life. Everybody's grieving process is different. Everybody grieves and mourns death differently. So really be mindful that it's okay for whatever process that your soul is taking you through, that is absolutely acceptable. And don't let anybody take that away from you. No matter how old or young a person is when they pass away, it still hurts and stings. I had a lot of people dismiss both my parents' passings and like, oh, well, they were old. My father wasn't old. He was 58 and my mother was 71. Still young, but it was very dismissive. People do that. So again, don't dismiss. If you're here watching and you see somebody going through a time of loss, people grieve differently. People express themselves differently. Take it and help them, especially if there's guilt involved. That's a very hard trauma and process to clear. But again, know that there is nothing that you could have done. That's the way and the manner in which they wanted their death to play out. That was an arrangement they made with Source. So please know that there was nothing you could have done differently. It all plays out in a divine fated way anyway. What message do you have from heaven? What message you have from heaven? You know, the same thing with pets. You know, some people don't have children. Some people, their children are their pets. And they grieve them just as heavy. You see, Spirit is asking you, what do you need to release? What do you need to release? That guilt. They're telling you, release that guilt. And once you do, expect a powerful change. Because at the end of the day, your inner knowing, you're going to be with them again. And they want you to live your life to the fullest. Because you're here with a mission. You have a mission to serve. They finished their mission. They were here and they did what they needed to do in this time and in their lives. Now you have a mission. What is it that your mission is? What is it that you're bringing to humanity? And they're telling you to be creative. There's an expansion in your life. To seek the magic out. To play with the animals. Heaven, what messages do you have? Spirit, what messages in heaven? We have wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. So Spirit wants you to tap into this wisdom to spread your light, to spread your creative wisdom. Love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So guys, you are a channel for love, wisdom. You are a channel. We all are. You got to use it to its advantage. Heaven and spirit, what message do you have? What message do you have, spirit? Prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, and soul and spirit sing, and invites us to express ourselves in joy, celebration of abundance and riches that the universe provides. So look what heaven is telling you right now. This is the frequency they want you to inhabit. That's what they want for you, to be in that mindset, to have prosperity. Heaven, what message do you have? Spirit, what? Spirit and heaven, what messages do you have? We have root girl, disowned self. Root girl sits shivering, unclean, and naked at the base of a tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of the sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that reintegrated? Can you lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotions or instincts that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. When you want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all the while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you would only look into the root girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe that you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child self came out to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lightens up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed just as you are. Then a manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty. I got that, guys. So Spirit is really telling you, you have to embrace this inner little child that you've been ignoring. And that has to stem from the guilt and latching on to this idea and notion that you'll never see them again. You have to confront that. They want you to go deep inside. It's an unhealed trauma. Stare it in the face and know that you're going to be back with them and not to feel guilt anymore. That you did everything that you could, and it could be an animal or a person. They want you to express your creative side. They want you to connect with the animals. They want you to seek out the beautiful magic within. They want you to have prosperity. I mean, they want you to succeed because you have a mission here. Heaven, what do we need? A message. You know, and it's really hard sometimes to confront the fact that we feel guilty, or that we you know, kind of like, no, there's no way I'm going to see these people again. You will. They're with you now. Evan, what message do you have? Setting boundaries, threshold, protection, honor. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It's time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities and self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissal, marginalization, or even disrespect from the people in your life? If so, it's time to put up your hands and say enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, energy, and space. But this card is telling you that now have the power to shift that pattern. Start to set a clear limit today and make yourself a priority in your own life. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you will finally receive the respect and prioritization that you've been longing for. Yeah, so Spirit wants you to know you got to step into your authority. You got to set boundaries with people, places, and things that are challenging you, that are kind of taking advantage of you. They don't want you to be stepped on. They don't want you to be taken advantage of. And when you go into that arena, not only humans, but animals will respect you too, because they can sense those vibrations off of you. Again, prosperity. Evan, what messages do you have? Evan, what messages? Do not focus on where you have been. Focus on where you are headed. You don't want to be stuck, guys. Take the first step, begin it now. So guys, the first step to healing is happening now. They want you to start healing yourself. Do not live in the past. Look forward to the future and rejoice in the journey ahead. So guys, they don't want you to feel stuck. They want you to start this healing process, knowing that they're always with you, knowing that your animals are always with you. You got to look for the signs. They want you to have wisdom. They want you to be creative. They want you to be the best you that you could be. So please know that. Heaven, what messages can you give to your loved ones? And it also, guys, with setting boundaries, again, everybody mourns and grieves things differently, and you have to set boundaries. If somebody's really upsetting you or making really not okay comments, then you need to set a boundary with that person, because everybody is different and internalizes things differently. And some people take a longer time than others to get through this healing or even start the healing process. Okay. What message, Heaven, do you have for your loved one? What message, Heaven? You are bright energy. Color uplifts you. So guys, maybe you, to honor your past love pet or person, maybe wear something that was their favorite color that might uplift you. Like a happy memory that will bring you closer and make you feel closer to them will help you. Explore, love, create. The only thing that holds you back is you. So your loved ones really want you to know to stop holding yourself back and be creative. Have the passion. Have the love. Heaven, what gem can we work with? Spirit in heaven, what gem can we work with? We have chrysoprase. Allow yourself to receive. It can sometimes be easier to give than to receive, but receiving help from others is a necessary component of a healthy lifestyle. Open up to receiving as much as you give. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. There has been a balance between give and take in all of your relationships, whether it's with friends, family, or co-workers. If you notice yourself feeling guilty or uneasy when others give to you, shift your attitude so you embrace what they have to offer you. So guys, understand too that, when you are out of balance with anything in your life, things are not as easy as they want to appear. For somebody who constantly keeps giving, be grateful and accept what other people have to give you in help. It's very important to have that dynamic. True. In heaven, what affirmation can you give to your loved ones? Spirit, what affirmation in heaven? Asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. That goes also with your loved ones, guys. In all honesty. Heaven, can you give one more card for us? Heaven, can you give us one more message for your loved ones? Okay, they're telling you they see all of your thoughts. I can now hear your thoughts and feelings so much more clearly than when I was living in my physical body. Back then, I was consumed with my own ego, thoughts, and distracted by my fears. Now that I am free of those shackles, I can focus upon giving and loving. So whenever you like to talk, I can clearly hear you. Just think my name. And then trust the thoughts and feelings that you receive from me. Those are my communications with you. I totally respect your free will and would never impose my own will onto you. I only want what is best for you. So please know that I'm here when you wish to talk. I love you. What a beautiful message from Spirit. Wow. Wow. That's powerful. I'm going to get a prayer for you guys, and then we'll close it out. Archangel Michael in heaven, what prayer can we give to our loved ones? Archangel Michael in heaven, what prayer can we give to our loved ones? Prayer will help the situation. Dear God and Archangel Michael, anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention. Describe the situation. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me and the situation quickly. Thank you. Amen. Beautiful. So guys, I'm going to leave this up here. Heaven, how are you helping your loved ones? Heaven, how are you helping your loved ones? The set of 174 hertz. You've been moving so fast for so long that you're not realizing how wound up you become. Gently unwind now to drop into a deeper, slower healing rhythm, and you will restore your body, mind, and soul. Things which seem too difficult right now shall soon seem very manageable and even pleasurable to accomplish. Oh, man. This oracle brings guidance that there is an approach available that can reduce suffering and increase your feelings of happiness. Open your heart to the divine feminine for guidance and inspiration. The set is a portent of joy and celebration. Believe in happiness and healing your heart can create and attract. So guys, heaven is really trying to tell you to start healing. You need a healing journey. You need to love yourself. You need to let go of a lot of repressed and hidden feelings, anxieties. But change is coming, a very powerful one. As long as you use your creativity, you're channeling in the energy, you have prosperity. Know that your loved ones are always with you and they're in your thoughts. You just have to ask them for the signs. And if you don't, they're not going to happen tomorrow. They can happen a week from now. Or when you're not thinking about it, you look outside the window and you see a butterfly or you see a bird. And instantly you think of them. That is them communicating to you. So just know your animals are going to be, you're very connected with the animals. So make sure you are looking for those signs because your animals are coming through as well. Know your angels are watching over you and they want you to do the best and be the best that you can be. So I hope this message resonated and helped some of you. I'm sending each and every one of you love and light. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to either one of my channels, to share because it's caring. And if you have it within you to support my work and help me out, that'd be very appreciated at this moment in time. Many blessings to all of you today. Have a great one. Bye.